the things that we do with the Academy is get people who are members to come up and introduce themselves, and then the panel then puts up their hand to say, okay, I resonate with you, I'm going to mentor you. So when I was asking a couple of people this morning, said, would you like to go up on the stage? A lot of them actually chickened out. I'm not going to name them. That brings us to the next topic. I would like to actually get Tanya to actually give us some tips on public speaking, because Tanya is the communication queen, I call her.
They say public speaking is feared more than death, and the statistic shows us that that is true. Just maybe quickly, by a show of hands, who will be very happy to quickly come up here and take over the microphone? Few people, few brave souls in the room. Fantastic, that's great. So for the rest of you, and possibly those who had their hands up, I truly believe that everyone can be a confident public speaker. I know there are some of you in the room that probably do not believe that, and you go, there's no way in hell I'm ever going to get up here. But honestly, if you know the rules, there's a couple of things that you need to do. Anyone can get up here and confidently hold a microphone. I work with many professional speakers who still get up here and they're a little bit nervous, and they do a great job at it. It doesn't necessarily mean when you get better at it that there's not going to be a slightly nervous part. The first thing that we do wrong when we go up onto a stage, or when we suddenly have to speak in front of an audience, is we start talking faster and faster because we just want to get off the stage as quick as possible, and nobody can hear what you're saying. In the same process, you start slurring your words, and you kind of, because your brain is busy melting, and while that is happening, we start breathing in completely the wrong space. Normally, you should be able to feel your diaphragm move when you actually breathe in the right place. The moment that flight and fight reaction kicks in, we tend to breathe from the wrong space. You start breathing really shallow up here. And honestly, remembering to breathe would be my very first top tip. And it sounds like a really stupid thing because you all go, we do this naturally every day. If you're nervous to come up on a stage, it's the first thing we do wrong, and everything goes wrong as a roller coaster sort of effect from there onwards. And an easy technique to use there is, if you're familiar with meditation, pranayama, breathing techniques, go Google those. You'll see heaps of ideas on how to do those. But when you have to stand up, even at a networking event, when it's one-on-one and you're nervous, if you just hold your hand on your diaphragm at the bottom here and be aware of your breathing. Now try and talk while you're breathing. Don't concentrate that hard on the breathing that you actually forget the words to come out. But it's not a very hard activity, and when you do get used to it, and the moment that you feel you can't feel yourself breathing from the right place, force yourself to breathe from there. Just by that pausing, you will immediately feel so much better about it. If you have a business that you have to introduce, or you have a bunch of staff that you have to address, be familiar with your environment. It's an added stress factor if you walk into a room and you don't know, where am I going to stand, where's the audience going to sit, who's the people going to be. Know how to hold the microphone. Go practice in front of the mirror before you get up there. Practice, practice, practice. It makes us nervous when we still, on top of all these other things that we're physiologically facing when we're standing up here, also have to go, what am I talking about again? What is my topic? And not feeling that confident about it. Practice in the mirror. We all have mobile phones nowadays. Record yourself speaking. I listen when I do big keynotes. I actually pre-record stuff, and I listen in my car while I drive. And normally when you watch a video of yourself speaking, especially for the ladies, if I can make that distinguishment or separate us for a moment here, some men too, but more the ladies here, you have to watch it at least 5 times first to get over yourself. Because the first 5 times you watch it, you go, I don't really look good in this outfit. I really should do my hair a little bit differently. I should lose another 5 kilos. I don't like my accent. There's a whole bunch of things that goes through our heads. Once you're over that, then start looking what you look like as a speaker and start correcting the small things. But I think the best tip is to also focus on one thing at a time. You can go and read, and there's heaps of information. But if you start trying to fix 5 things all at the same time when you stand in front of a group of people, or even at networking events, you may very possibly fail because it's just too much to cope with at the same time on top of the stress.